Welcome to the OTE podcast.
I'm Eric.
I'm Joe. It's been a little while, hasn't it?
You already have a deep voice.
I'm projecting a voice like,
Figaro.
Figaro. A little rusty, right? It's been a while, but
a whole week.
Yeah,
a whole week.
Long week. Long week. It feels like, hasn't it?
Long week. Yeah. Okay, what are we talking about today?
Today we're going to talk about Simone Biles. Yes, we're a week late, but we want to talk about it now because that's what we feel like talking about.
Yeah, that's what we feel like talking about. It's something that is relevant each and every day. I don't think now it's a national issue or was a national issue because the Olympics and that the Olympics are obviously a national thing, national situation, has a lot of implications. What do you follow on the Simone Biles? What was your outlook on it when you heard about her not wanting to compete?
At first, I was like, okay, why? I was thinking, why? She's talented. She would win, obviously. And then I started seeing a backlash. And then it started getting me more so, okay, why are these people so upset?
Mm-hmm.
It's up to her to go out there and do it. That's her job. That's what she's trained for. If she doesn't want to do it, to me, it'd be better if she did it in a different kind of way. Maybe she said she was injured and then just try to pull her whole mental health route. But in the end, if she wants to not perform, it's up to her to do it. Now, but also at the same time, if the judgment, the backlash, that's going to come. That will come. She has to be ready for that consequence. Maybe she might lose a sponsorship or whatever. Her legacy, to me, is going to be affected greatly. Now she's not a hero anymore, definitely.
Yeah.
But for people to get so angry and think like it's a disrespect to America or whatever, I think they're going overboard with it. That's going overboard, in my opinion.
Well, I see your point, and I don't want to come off as callous. Obviously, I'm in the mental health field. As I've talked about before, I'm in the mental health field. I do have great respect for people that are going through mental health problems. But I have to say, in this situation, I don't think this is one of them. I think because they have some of the best mental health professionals money can buy. They have they themselves have competed time and time again under far more duress. Now going into the situation in Tokyo, you don't have any fans. Some of that pressure seemed to me would be off for you to perform.
Or maybe it ruins it in a way. Maybe you need the roar of the crowd.
And that's something see, the circumstances change.
Yeah.
For her, the circumstances change. To me, that's not a mental health thing. That's more of a, okay, I don't have it my way. Circumstances has to be right for me to perform, for me to get out there and show you my talent. That's more of a
like she wasn't into it. She don't want to do it.
But guess what? That's what they're trained to do. When circumstances don't go your way, you're supposed to perform no matter what the situation is. Now, she knew going in that, and she alluded to this, that the crowd not being there affected me. Okay, you knew going in that the crowd wasn't going to be there.
Yeah.
So you're saying that, okay, I can't perform in this situation because I don't think I can perform in this situation because the crowd's not going to be there. It's affecting me. Why make the trip?
Well,
why make the trip? Why push yourself to do something?
Maybe she didn't want to cop out, but then she copped out anyway.
Maybe she
didn't want to cop out, but she ended up copping out anyway.
But guess what? Who the pressure is on now? It's more over on her team now.
Yeah.
They got to back her up. And the pressure's on the girl that all of a sudden you pull out at the 11th hour. The pressure's on the girl that's backing her up. And that's more pressure on her.
Yep.
Not on the greatest of all time. It was 4 years ago. She was the greatest of all time.
She was.
Now, the greatest of all time can't perform in a pressure that she put on herself. She put that pressure on herself.
I think she got in her head too much, and
But again, they have trained professionals to help them get out of her head.
Now, all of a sudden, apparently, it didn't work this time.
Now, all of a sudden, she's putting more pressure on this person that has to go up after her and say, "I don't think I can do it. You're up next." It's not being a leader.
Definitely not.
Not being a leader.
Definitely not.
Because when things are at their worst, that's when leaders gotta step up.
Exactly.
She didn't step up in that situation. Suffice to say, for mental health, I praying for her. Think that she was finding some situations, but
mental well-being is in mental. I don't think mental well-being is in mental health. I don't think she has any issues. She has no issues.
I don't think so. I think it's probably more accurate. More just
she got in her head about something. Who knows what's going on? And she made a decision.
She made a decision at the. She made the decision to go. When she made the decision to go,
she made it the worst possible time in the worst possible way. I think she could have handled that differently.
And why did she do that? Why? Because she was entitled to do that.
Yeah. I think now
when you have a sense of entitlement, when people have propped you up, you don't want to, and you propped yourself up. She put the goat on her leotard with that 4 years ago. Now all of a sudden she's not the greatest of all time. Now, see, she by performing the way she did, by saying what she said, by having that display, people didn't project it on. She projected it on the people. Say, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. Now you get to the situation, you back at $11. Not because, again, when people are going through real mental health situations, I take that into that's very much considered in how I may view them. Not in a negative fashion. I view this in a negative fashion because I think it's a cop-out. I think this surge of mental, I don't want to perform because
people are using it as
excuse. People are using it. I believe for an excuse.
They are.
I got definitely. I remember I got when we had a kid, when me and my wife had a child. That was a built-in excuse. When you have a child, you can get out of a bunch of things.
I got kids.
I got a kid. I gotta go pick her up.
I intend to use that excuse many times in the future. Yeah, I do.
That's why I think this is we're getting to this territory now. It's like, I don't really feel like mentally I can do it. I need it.
And she knows she can't be questioned. She can't be
because you question that you seem like a bad guy. You seem like a bad person.
People take advantage. People take advantage often. She could have said, "My ankle, my back hurts," and they could have hushed it away. She could have did it like that. Or not
say anything. Say, I made a decision. My team backs me up. Bottom line, but
there you
don't want to do. That's what
being an adult,
being a leader,
being mature.
She put herself in that position. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now we're getting to the mental health. We're going to societal aspects of it. Now we're going to go to cultural. And we're going to go to the race aspect. Because in the climate that she is in, where Black Americans are accepted more and more, especially in sports, for her to pull out and let another woman take her place it doesn't show strength in the black community as far as it doesn't project well.
It's a bad representation.
It's a bad reputation. Unfair. It's unfair.
And the whole world looking, they're like, man, look at that. No work ethic.
Unfair.
No
that builds into perception of how people view African Americans. Because yesteryear, you think Debbie Gibson, Dominique Dawes would have pulled out?
Nope.
Allison
Felix handled her business. She handled her business. That's who I'm focused with. Allison Felix, she handled her business appropriately.
Okay. So for them, with there more scrutiny, you think they were focused on mental health back in the day?
Nope.
No. They didn't care. Gabby Douglas, you think they were focused even 5 years ago? You think they were focused on mental health?
Nope.
No.
It's a climate where everybody's a victim. Everybody's flawed.
They were talking bad about
victim.
They were talking bad about Gabby Douglas's hair.
Yeah.
During those Olympic routines. When Twitter was exploding at that time. Mm-hmm. That's on these negative tweets about her hair. She still went out and performed.
Yep, she still did.
Entitlement, not a sense of responsibility. And I also would put also in there not a sense of pride in country, because that's what a lot of these athletes. It's not back yesteryear, I would say even it's probably as early as 8 years ago when the last Olympic, a couple Olympics ago, it was more seen as a prideful thing to play for your country.
It's changed so fast, hasn't it?
It's changed
so
changed
quickly
because of the coach.
So
what we gone through.
Well, the culture is people. You got this new generation, younger people. They were raised a certain way.
Yeah.
Their parents taught them a certain way, and thus now we're seeing the consequences of that.
Yeah.
Ain't no leadership, like you said. There's no leadership, no follow through, no sense of responsibility, no pride in anything. No pride in anything. No pride in themselves even. You know, to even put yourself out there like that. There's very little pride in yourself. Yeah. Very little pride in yourself. Athletes of the past, you wouldn't see them behave like that.
You couldn't do that because they had a sense of pride, and they knew if I pulled out, if I quit, they're gonna look at my race, they're gonna look at my culture as someone that's just a bunch of quitters. They had a sense of pride. Nowadays, it's America. It's not America first anymore.
Nope.
Right or wrong. It's not that. It's about how can I expand my profile?
Yep.
And
they don't do it intelligently.
Yeah. Not logically, not
based on what they're feeling at the moment, and they make their decisions based on what's going on at the moment. You know, and then you can't criticize because of their race, because of their mental health. You can't criticize whatever they're doing. Whatever they're doing is okay.
And I got news for you, as an African American man, as someone that's worked media jobs situations. There always is a person looking for you to not perform, so they can come up right behind you and say, "Well, they're not performing." Come right behind them, and I'll take over the reins. They may not even be able to do it better.
Yep.
But the simple fact that in that situation, she let someone else take the reins, and they were able to perform. She couldn't do as better. Simone Biles could have easily got the silver. She didn't need the other girl to step up. She could have easily got that, but because you let another person step up in that situation, that was bad look for, in my opinion, black culture right there. Because
it really
that just again, right or wrong, because it shouldn't be dictated. That's one person of whatever race it is. You shouldn't stereotype. It shouldn't be looked at like that, but it is. Unfortunately, we live in the culture we live is built on race. It's built on how perception of race, stereotypes, all those types of things. It's not going to be fair. Guess what? It shouldn't be fair for African Americans. It's not. You're going to be always behind a ball. It ain't gonna be. That's how our ancestors came up. That's the way it is. That's the way it's going to continue to stay. No matter if you want to be the advocate or the face of mental health for black people or whatever, they're gonna see you as weak. Sorry, Simone Biles.
Yep, they just proving some people's rights, correcting their opinions and their oppressions. That's and she did on a global stage.
They're mentally weak. Yeah. See, they can't do it. All those things. They're mentally weak. You think those other countries are sending out their people younger than her? They're able to do it.
Yep.
You don't think they got pressure? You don't think that?
It's a bad look.
It's a bad look.
So Simone,
that's why you can't do it.
Simone didn't no one any favors doing that. She should have said my ankle, my back, my neck, or
not say nothing.
Or not say anything.
Not say nothing.
Because
you don't really owe anybody explanation. But guess what? You do owe an explanation because you took the trip.
Yeah, that's what the problem is.
You took the trip.
Definitely.
You should stay home with your man.
Maybe she missed her man. That's why she wanted to not.
Maybe that.
Women. It's always a man at the core.
We ain't going there.
Okay.
we love the women on our
We do love women. Sometimes too much, but that's it for this one.
I'm Eric.
I'm Joe.